Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our very first ever premiere of a video that was produced in the North. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a little bit to let you know, the video that you're about to see was funded in part by the Ontario Trillium Foundation, and we received a grant last year to do that. So my name is Tracy Koskamp-Bergeron, and I am going to bring on my colleagues. This is Terry Caparozzi from the Alzheimer Society of Sudbury, or I do that every time, Sault Ste. Marie.
Good evening, everyone.
And this is Stephanie Leclerc, the Executive Director of the Alzheimer Society in Sudbury, Manitoulin, and North Bay. And I'm the Executive Director for the Alzheimer Society in the Cochrane-Timiskaming regions, all in Northeastern Ontario. So welcome, everyone. This is our first time using this streaming broadcast, so I hope that it's live right now and everything's going well. I'm going to introduce the film crew that we had to do this video. So I'm just going to remove. So I'd like to introduce Cynthia, Bonnie, and Elisa, and they are from Higher Ground. They will be doing a little bit of speaking, but we are very honored and so proud of the work that you have done making this video with us and the passion that you've had for ensuring that these stories were heard. So if one of you would like to speak.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I'm Bonnie Lester from Higher Ground Collective, and we're so excited to be here for the premiere of Voices of Northern Ontario. Thanks to the Ontario Trillium Foundation and the Alzheimer Society of Ontario and the three societies that you just heard from, had the wonderful opportunity to come up to the North and do a film about families living with Alzheimer's dementia. It was a remarkable experience, one of the most meaningful filmmaking experiences certainly any of us have experienced. Everyone was so generous with their time, with their stories. And as you will see, we've created actually 5 short films. You're going to see the first one tonight. And each one tells a very special story about families, as I said, living with dementia. So I would love to have Elisa, our filmmaker, talk a little bit about the experience of working on the film as the lead filmmaker.
Sorry, I just got cut off there. All I heard was the word lead filmmaker. Was there?
Elisa, you're on. We want to hear from you about making the films.
Well, now I'm on the spot. So I heard you say that our experience was fantastic and meaningful and deep. So I can lead with that, in that it was such a privilege to be able to work with the directors and the team from the Alzheimer's Societies of the North, but even more so to have been given the privilege to get to know some of the caretakers and some of the people that the people that come and use the Alzheimer's Society. So I feel very privileged about that. As Bonnie said from the very beginning, the team made everything easy for us. But the people that we worked with, the people we filmed, the people we interviewed, the people that took us into their lives, they really gave us everything. And as a documentary filmmaker, we strive to create that kind of rapport with the subjects that we're working with. And it doesn't always work. And in part, it was because they're incredible people. In part, it's because the team at the society really helped us connect with the people. And I just feel really very proud to have been part of this project. And I can't wait to see where it goes in this world, because the stories are so strong and so important.
Thank you so much for all of your kind words, and really truly for your dedication. The special guests who are in the video unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, but we would be remiss to not acknowledge their input, their participation, their stories, their openness and vulnerability in sharing what their journey has been like. So to Celeste Gee, Wes and Sue, and Janet and Raymond, you are forever in our hearts, and our gratitude is beyond measure for the work that you do each and every day, 24/7. And so we just want to acknowledge you and thank you and lift you up during this, this time of challenge and caregiving that you're doing for your loved ones. So I guess without further ado, we will show the video. The video is about 5 minutes long. And then after that, we will have a Q&A period. There'll be a little bit of information on how you can help. So whether that means sharing this video, sharing it to our websites to be able to connect with services, and even to donate towards the work in the societies that we do here in the North. This is primarily an awareness video, but really without the funds that we receive as a nonprofit charity, we can't continue to offer the level of service that we have. And we know that the numbers are rising, and we know that this isn't something that's going away anytime soon. So every dollar that is supported does stay in the North. If you donate to one of the 3 societies, it stays here to support local programming. But really sharing the services we offer and sharing the resources that we offer is of paramount priority for us, because that's how we make our connections matter. So without further ado, I will let everybody else go and start the video.
When this first happened, I was scared, totally scared, because my partner, my lover, my husband, my rock was lost, and I didn't know how to help him. I couldn't understand him. I couldn't understand what was happening with his health.
I noticed it a lot. She would get very angry, and just wasn't her.
So Guy was about 56, 57 when I started noticing changes in him. And then I realized that it was because, afterwards, of course, that it was because of that.
I'm normally a positive person, and when you get negative reactions from the one you love the most, it hurts. I came to the Alzheimer Society. It is the best thing that I have ever done in the last 60 years of my life. I like the richness of the leaves.
Yeah, a good day program is something you learn music, something you learn history, all different things like that. You learn.
So when the caregiver drops them off, they're not bringing them to a babysitter. They're bringing them to a place where they have enrichment.
I wait for him when he comes home, and he's happy. Oh my God, he's happy. Because he needs social interaction. He needs to be around people like himself.
A lot of people also associate us only as a charity. They don't know that we offer all these programs and services. When they come here, they may not remember that they've been here or where they are, but they remember that they feel loved and safe in our space.
I felt really lost at first. I think that self-care for the caregiver is super important. I'm glad that that was recognized with the Alzheimer's Society.
The challenge that we all face is distance. Our staff have to drive in snowy conditions probably 5 months out of the year.
Our catchment area is over 500 kilometers from one end to the other, and staff have to travel to each community so that people receive face-to-face service.
the Alzheimer's Society is not at the top of mind for fundraised dollars because that stigma with the disease exists. The other thing is that there's the ageism piece. You know, we feel that people who get this are only old. That's not the reality.
The money that gets raised locally stays right in our community. A dollar raised in Sault Ste. Marie is a dollar that stays in Sault Ste. Marie. So it's local residents supporting local residents.
First Nations communities are always underfunded. I'm advocating strongly for our community to partner with Alzheimer's because there's so much education.
I think it's important that people know about Alzheimer's so that they're not so afraid of it.
This person might have Alzheimer's disease, but there's still a human being underneath there, and they deserve respect and love.
Don't be afraid of waking up every day, learning something. Always learn something from your neighbor.
One of the most important things in the work that we do is creating connections that matter.
It helps families. I do this alone, and if I didn't have those social connections, I wouldn't make it.
They have literally given most of my life back again, and my sweethearts.
So thank you so much for joining us for the premiere of those beautiful, beautiful stories. I'm not sure if either of my colleagues, Stephanie or Terry, have anything that they'd like to say or ask or add.
I think I want to thank the team, Eliza and Bonnie and Cynthia. Such an amazing experience. You guys know that it was very powerful, those 3 days that we spent together, and those families are extremely special to us, and they shared so much, and we thank them especially for being so open and sharing their stories. And thank you to everyone involved in the project. It was amazing.
We've had the privilege to join colleagues right across the North and obviously work with the exceptional team at Higher Ground. And we really wanted to ensure that these stories, although they were filmed in the North, they resonate with people all across the province or all across our country for that matter. No matter where you live, people living with Alzheimer's disease and their caregivers, connections do matter. We encourage people to reach out to their local Alzheimer's Society for education, for information, and for support. We all have teams of professional staff that are there to help each and every person right across our province here. So thank you once again to our exceptional filmmaker and allowing us to share stories here. And we hope that this resonates with people right across the province.
Thank you so much, Terry and Stephanie. And really, truly that while these are stories that are in the North, they are not unique to the North. They, as mentioned, people right across the province and the country are living with diagnosis or probable diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease or another type of dementia. And we're here to support them. It's important to remember that when you've met that one person who has dementia, you've met one person. Everybody is unique, and their pathway through this disease is different. Like Terry mentioned and Stephanie mentioned, we are here to support no matter what that journey looks like uniquely to each individual person. As you saw in the 3 stories, each family is unique and has their own challenges and struggles and joys. And we have to make sure that we're not forgetting about the joys and we're not forgetting about the beautiful experiences that life is. And so really, connecting with a local Alzheimer's Society, whether it's one of the 3 here in the Northeast or whether it's another one of our 26 colleagues across the province, reach out to us and we'll definitely connect you to the one that's closest to you. I don't know if this is actually posted to the event itself. I know it's posted on my Timmins page. So I will share this to the event itself after. We do have a comment on here, amazing, and our connections matter, which is absolutely true. So just again, one of the questions that I know that I hear is, where can I hear more stories about the 3 families? And so that's something that's going to be coming up in additional newsletters and video, social media posting that you'll be able to see. And so just stay tuned for that. And then again, do you offer support across the province is something that we hear. And so we offer support in each of our unique locations. There are Alzheimer's societies right across the province and across Canada, and all other kinds of Alzheimer's associations across the world. And so we're all collectively working together to support families who are going through this. Does anybody have any closing remarks or anything that they'd like to make before we step out for the evening?
So I wasn't going to say anything because, as I mentioned earlier, I have a bit of a cold, but I couldn't not say anything because, just like everyone else on the call, I'm so incredibly proud and in awe of everybody, all the families that we've met, the experience that we shared together, all of you at the society, our team together. All I can say is our connections truly matter. And it was just so authentic to see the sharing, the authentic sharing of everybody involved. And I think it's the most touching thing, because when you get firsthand experience with people in the situation, with the caregivers, it's almost unimaginable to think about what they go through. And when we got a little glimpse of a firsthand experience and how they all carried themselves with laughter and grace and so much love and compassion, it's just it's breathtaking. It's really just something that you take away. And I feel very proud, to be working with the society and with all of you, because I know that there are going to be so many people, unfortunately, dealing with this, and it's going to touch many of us, whether we have it immediately in our family or somebody we know. It's just really good to know that the first stop is the Alzheimer's Society, and that you can get all the support that you need and the direction, because I think it's a very scary thing to receive an acknowledgement, a diagnosis, a possibility of a family, a friend, somebody you know going through this. And it's just such, good news to have that you can go to the resources that you share and have that kind of experience. So I'm just very grateful and thankful, and very excited to share the other, their full stories in the other 4 films that we have coming out. So just stay tuned, everybody. And it's really going to be great to see all their deeper stories and to get to know them closer to like how we got to know them in even such a short period of time. So thank you all, 3 of you, for putting this on. It's just been wonderful.
Thank you so much. And again, thank you to Elisa, Bonnie, Cynthia, Stephanie, and Terry for joining on this evening for this amazing premiere. We definitely will forward this to the appropriate place, and hopefully everything worked out. We do have some likes and some hearts and a comment that was beautiful, and thank you for what you do. So as we move out into the evening, let's go make connections that really truly matter. And thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you, Tracy.